Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you here in the hall at Ali Pali for LFORM 2023, and also those of you watching on social media. For the first chat this morning, I've got a great pleasure to be joined by my two very good friends, Mr. Paul Isles and Mr. Fran Burke from Accurascale. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Now, only 5 years since you started. We'll work on the hum. Only 5 years since you started. From a standing start, you've had an award-studded year. This last year has been absolutely amazing, and I've actually seen you win not only Loco of the Year, but Manufacturer of the Year as well. How does it feel after just 5 years to be in that position?
That one. It's a bit surreal, I have to be honest. It's been a hell of a lot of work that we put in on the ground level from day one, obviously even before we broke cover 5 years ago. But it's just an amazing feedback from customers and modelers that they like essentially what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve. You know, they're always wonderful pats on the back to get awards and be recognised, and seeing, you know, throughout the hobby as, you know, setting new standards and doing different things, and that's really resonated with people. But we're always, you know, looking to improve on ourselves and do even better than that, and continue pushing forward and doing, you know, how we can even improve further. And you know, I mean, I think sometimes with awards you can say, oh, well, that's a nice pat on the back, we're obviously doing very well, but we like to look at it as, well, that's good, but what can we do even better again, and just keep pushing standards forward.
Well, I think the feedback always is that the quality is very, very good, and the price points are always competitive. Now, you did promise me you'd be pulling a rabbit out of the hat for this show. It's not so much a rabbit as a buck. What is it we've got here, Paul? Tell us the story.
Okay, so what we've got here is family colloquially known as buck jumpers. So it's the J67s, the 68s and the 69s, produced by Holden, and with the 68s being sort of coming in under hill, but they're all Holden's 060 tanks that ran on the eastern region.
And you would have seen these running in and out of London Liverpool Street very regularly.
Absolutely, yeah. Would have run on the jazz services. So from the very beginning, back in 1890, they were designed for quick acceleration and you know, huge power really to haul the jazz services. Because
that is quite a steep climb out of Liverpool Street. Now, obviously, to produce a model, you've had to go and find the original. Where was the original hiding?
Hidden away as part of the National Collection, but at Bressingham. So tucked away in the shed at the back of Bressingham. Lovely part of the country to go and do research visits to and scanning. First went there November 2020, so we managed to get a slot in between the various pandemic shutdowns. And then, you know, we had that in the bag. There was still an awful lot of research that needed to take place before I'd even put it into design and get going.
So this will be your second kettle, as people call it online. The livery, especially in GR, looks fantastic. When will we start seeing livery samples?
They should come through probably about 5-6 months. So we'll be looking at probably gets worth livery samples. So that's that beginning of October time.
And when will we see it in the shops? About this time next year?
This time next year, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, you're also renowned for some stupendous diesels. We've saw your Class 55 here last year, pulling 24 heavy coaches, a remarkable beast. Now we've got the 37, and then coming along down the tracks, the 31 is en route.
It is indeed, yeah. We're looking at autumn arrival for those. So again, hopefully by the next show that we do, which is Gets in Milton Keynes, we should have production samples on there, and hopefully they'll be out with customers.
And behind that, the Class 50, the Hoover.
That's right.
Yeah, 50 is the end of this year. And we're really rolling into it. So the 37s are obviously coming here, and we've done an update this week that they're coming pretty much on stream in the next 4 weeks. And they'll roll into summer. 31s end of the summer into the early autumn, so we're looking at on them. 50 end of the year, and then Deltas in Class 66 will be Q1 next year.
So quite a few absolutely stunning diesels coming over the next 12 months. Now, not just famed for your locomotives, your coaching stock is also absolutely superb. And we've got here today the prototypes for your Mark 1 Suburbans. What's the sort of timescales on those?
Well, we were hoping to have the decoration samples here this weekend, but unfortunately we're running probably about 4 weeks behind schedule on those. It's not a problem as far as we're concerned, because same factory that's doing the Mark 1s has done the siphons. So to be honest, the liveries, the paint, as all spec has already been approved, so we'll catch up time on that. Again, we're hoping to have those in before Christmas, if not sort of Q1 before Chinese New Year.
Yeah, and we may have seen a photo or two of them, and they look, from China, and they look really, really good.
Well, you kindly lent us 3 of your siphons this morning, and they look absolutely fantastic. I'm particularly touched by the Red Cross ambulance vehicle, because as a serving Red Cross volunteer, it's really nice you've taken the trouble to honour the work of the people during the World War I with the ambulance trains.
Had to be done, really. I mean, you've got that, and you've always got to look at what sells. I know it's a brutal thing, commercial endeavours, but yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic piece of livery application, and that shows, because normally we only do special boxes for our own website exclusives, but when you've got a livery like that, it deserves something a little special, which is why we've done the special box for it for the retail.
Now, talking about website exclusives, your engineering wagon has caused quite a stir this week.
Yeah, apparently so. It's Fran's probably a better place to comment on that than I.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that Paul found in his research on the MDO and MDVs, and there's not many photos of the real one, but we managed to get a sufficient amount to do a proper model of it.
Yeah, I mean, all we needed was one of each side and an end.
An end of it, yeah, and we put them on the website as an Accurascale exclusive. We haven't done an exclusive wagon in a little while, and they've absolutely just stormed out off the website, which is fantastic. So that'll come in a nice special box as well.
We'll let Tim go to town on that one.
Absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, I won't keep you any longer. I want you back at 2 o'clock on tomorrow Sunday, when we have the BRM Awards, and we'll see just what the public think of your wonderful products. Until then, Fran, Paul, thank you for joining me here today.
Thanks very much, guys.
Pleasure.